Hi guys, welcome to Tonic Mummy. So tomorrow we have a long drive. We're going down to see family in Wellington. It's about a 6. It used to take me 4 hours before we had hangers on, but now it's about a 6-7 hour drive with an 18-month-old because she's 18 months in a week, so I'm sick of saying 17 and a half months. So we have a 6-hour drive with an 18-month-old. And to most people, that's going to be an absolute nightmare, and it's the end of the world. I have friends whose little people don't like their car seat, don't like the car, get car sick, scream. I was in a car once with a toddler who lost her shit. And it was terrifying. So all those mummies out there, like, that sucks. My greatest sympathies and hell, never go anywhere again. The only thing I can suggest is perhaps the train or a bus so they can meander around. But this is not for you. This is more for the people whose children aren't completely inconsolable in cars. Mine happens to enjoy the car, thankfully. We live a long way from hospitals and doctors and anything like that. So when she was born, she had a 2-3 hour drive in the car. And it's an hour into the nearest shops and stuff. So thankfully she's pretty well trained, but we do have some coping tips especially for a 6-hour drive. So some of the things that we do, that I do, like I explained to everybody in the car, like these are the places we're going to stop. She doesn't know yet why or when, but also we do this trip enough, a couple of times a year, that she sort of understands where we're going. That might be a complete lie. But I know where we're going. So we stop at the nearest town and Mama gets a latte because that's how we face the day. And then we do a big leap. So that's where she sort of has a nap if I'm lucky. If we leave about 10ish, then we get to town sort of 11ish. And by the time I've got my latte, we're filled up. It's 11:30ish. So she's got an hour in the car of like giggling and laughing. And then she'll settle in for a really good nap. And then sort of like 2.5-3 hours into the journey, we'll get to a McDonald's. And don't judge me because they have a play center, and oh my god. So the child can get out of the car, the child can run free in the plaything, and there's like a second story. She's got slidey things, she can have chips and a Coke. I don't give a shit about nutrition. I need the child to run. I just need her to stretch her tiny legs a bit. So I know that there are parks and stuff on the way down, but there are none that are fenced at the moment, and she's still a runner, and she's faster than me. So until we are big enough for her to learn no, because we don't know no yet. We know that mummy shouts a word, but it doesn't stop us in our tracks from getting hit by cars. So until that happens, it'll be McDonald's with their fenced in magical playlands and a Happy Meal. And she gets a toy, which, okay, McDonald's, if you're watching, they're crappy lately. But it's something to chew on and suck on in the back of the car. So, okay, that's 3 hours in, we've got somewhere. And then we'll do another stop before we get there, just to sort of shake it all out, shake it all off. And then, like, not counting any, like, random bum changes that need to happen. We'll sort of make it there in 2 or 3 stops. Because every time you do stop, it's an hour. Like, I don't understand how you can stop for 2 seconds, and yet it takes a whole hour to get back where you are. And I am such a convoy person. Like, if I am in a great place, like I have worked my way to the front of the queue, I've overtaken safely within the speeding limit, and I'm now like second or third in that long holiday queue, I'm gonna stay there. No peeing, everyone hold it. So it's been a great learning curve to pull myself out of that. Like, I know that you're in a great place in the queue, but we have to stop. That's fine. I'm fine. I can change my entire personality from my child. It's cool. Okay, so the other thing I have on my phone is I have a few games on my phone, and I have discovered, I have discovered guided access. So iPhones do this thing called guided access. Basically, you set it up beforehand, and if you're interested, put it in the comments. I will do a thing on how to do it. But you double click your home thing 3 times, and it locks your phone. So they can't use Siri, and they can't play with the volume, and they can't change apps, and they can't buy stuff on your phone, and they can't click out of it and then open and ring people, because my child has rung enough people with that wretched So she has a couple of apps on her phone that she likes. Put the guided access on. She can't get out. She can suck on my wretched speakers, which has ruined my cell phone. Thanks. But that gives her another like 45 minutes of something to do. That's great. I load the car up with toys, so we just sort of keep passing over the back of the seat, keep passing teddy bears and toys and thingamajigs. And then if all else fails, someone will sit in the back with her. For like the last hour or so, she seems to just sort of like, no, I'm out, I'm done. You got to play with me. So then someone will sit in the back with her, and if we're really lucky, she'll just give up and take a second nap. So, so we get there. Like, we've done quite a few of these now. I've done a 2-day car trip, which was like 8 hours a day for 2 days. Thankfully, she was a lot smaller then, and Granny sat in the back, and it was just, it was like nursery rhymes for 8 hours for 2 days. And I'll never get those nursery rhymes out of my brain now. But, I mean, on the plus side, I know all the nursery rhymes. Woohoo! But yeah, it's totally doable if you can fly, if you can take the train, and if you can take a bus. I mean, avoid driving at all costs. Anyway, you have to tether a small wiggly beast into a seat in the back where you can't maintain eye contact. Avoid like the plague. But sometimes you just got to do it. That's life. Good luck on your journeys and stuff, and thanks for watching, and I will, no doubt I'll do an update on how wonderfully my driver. Now I've said it, she's gonna melt down. Now I've said, hey, she's such a good driver. We're gonna get like 30 minutes in and she's just gonna lose her shit and we're not gonna go. So cool. That's life. Alright, like, share, all that kind of stuff. Thanks, guys.